How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So today I just want to talk about like kind of your journey to becoming a chef, how that went, what guided you to that.
I was working at a hospital up in Tampa area, and I used to cook every once in a while, and my coworkers eventually saw that I could cook a little bit, and from there I would, they started asking me to cook lunch for the staff. So they would bring in food, and from there I would, cook a lunch every I would say once a week, and from there the president of the health system got wind of it, and I ended up cooking the president and some of the board members of that hospital system a lunch, and that went pretty well also, and that's what gave me the courage to finally start cooking.
Wow, that's kind of cool. So like, did you just quit your job and like jump into something, or did you kind of like have a path that you wanted to go down?
Actually, what happened was that I was trying to go to this school up in New York. It's called Culinary Institute of America. It's considered like one of the best culinary schools in the United States, or even one of the best culinary schools in the world. So, I quit my job. I thought I was going to be going to school there, so I quit my job in Tampa and moved back home to Miami. I was preparing to go there, come to find out, I still needed like 10 more grand just for room and board. Basically that summer of 2011, I left my job working in healthcare, spent the summer looking for jobs. When I realized I wasn't going to culinary school, and from there, like I said, I got my first job at Yardbird, and they brought me on. They actually hired me. I worked there for like a month and a half for free. So I was working there during the daytime, helping with prep and getting ready for the opening, and then working overnight at Coral Gables Hospital. So that's pretty much how I jumped into it. The parents thought I was crazy because I went from a job making, over 50 something a year to a job where I barely made 20.
Yeah. And I know you just mentioned you were even working some days for free. Like, what point, like, how did you feel when you were doing that? Like, did you feel like it was worth it? Like, what were your emotions when you were going through this? Like, just like going from making $50K to like working for free?
It was a bit intimidating. It was even one point like where I remember driving to work. I got to work and just thinking like, sitting in the parking garage thinking like, I don't want to do this. I don't think I'm cut out for it. And I actually left and started driving back home. The chef de cuisine, his name's Chef Phil, he actually called me and, asked me like, where the fuck are you? I was like, oh, chef, there's a bit of accident on US 1. I'm on my way, I'll be there. And so, I turned around, and from that day on, I pushed through whatever, shortcomings or trepidations that I had in my own mind.
Do you still have those struggles?
It's a struggle because especially being in such a competitive and creative environment, and I think anybody who's rightfully a creative spirit that you struggle with your inner self, just knowing to yourself if it's good enough, or is it going to be good enough for other people that are going to finally see what you've been crafting, what you've been working on. Or it's a struggle is, can I do this? Should I just give up? Or even to the point like where finances, like, and that's a big thing, in all of our lives.
Yeah, even myself, I feel like I struggle with that, and I'm pretty sure other people do too. So that's definitely something that we need to all overcome. So is there anything that you think you would tell your younger self? It could even be like 5 years ago. Like, is there anything you would, at any moment, you would go back and kind of give yourself a message?
Take even more risks. I know I took a big risk in starting cooking, 6-7 years ago now. I took a big risk though. It's also the best thing about it is like every day's a new day in the kitchen. So you get to leave what you you did the next day behind and come in a new day and start over. Because essentially you're starting new with new prep and more than likely new guests. So you always have a clean slate, and it's just up to you to make that next day just that much better or greater than it was the day before.